Hello folks, welcome to Outdoors with Bud. I'm your host, Bud Fields. Like I said before, we've had a great time doing this new outdoor program, and I've been trying to bring in some guests, some good friends of mine, to give you some information and introduce you to some products that I think is really going to help you. And today's guest is Mr. Dave Zarick. Dave and I have been friends for a good number of years. He's the manager of Touchdown Lures. Dave, I want to welcome you to the program.
Well, thank you.
Kind of give us a little bit of a brief history about Touchdown as you know it.
Well, Tom Moore started the company in 1974, as you know, of course, but everybody else may not. And it was started out with a pre-rigged worm that he found to be very effective fishing, and he packaged it and sold it, and became a icon in our area, of course. It's very well known in southern Indiana and the region.
Well, I tell you one thing I found out about that Touchdown lure. There's only one way, folks, that you can fish this worm wrong, and that's not to fish it at all. It's an ideal product for women, especially like my wife. She loves to fish, but she's notorious about setting the hook. She will continue to whine, "Oh, I've got one." You never see that rod tip come up. Well, with this TD624 worm that we're going to show you here shortly, you don't really need a powerful hook set because it's got two little hooks in there that are razor sharp, and they pretty well set themselves. And if I was to go home today with all this rain, if my house was flooded in the crawl space, I'd throw a Touchdown worm under there, and I probably would catch a fish. Okay, now, what all products does Touchdowns have now? I mean, I know the TD624 is a mainstay, and as you said, everybody's familiar with it. And I got to say, it's helped me tremendously.
Well, the TD624 is a 6-inch pre-rigged worm. Comes with two number 4 mustad hooks and a 12-inch leader, and has a swivel. Comes with the package. Then we go on to the Pro Series, which is a 6-inch worm also, but it has got a number 1/0 hook in the front and a number 4 in the back and a 36-inch leader.
Right.
And it comes to 5 to a pack. We go on to 9-inch worms and lizards. We've got crawls. This is a crawl. We have 6-inch tail worm. Probably there's 100 different items in the Touchdown lineup. It's hard to go through all of them right at the moment.
Well, I know we've got leeches. You know, I know we used to sell a lot of leeches when we do the different boat shows. And golly, it's a phenomenal product. And like I say, you cannot fish it wrong. I know I have fished them from Canada to Florida. I've won bass tournaments. Anything that swims, you're going to get it. And one thing, too, on the back of that, I think it's still on the packaging, a lot of people, they want to know, do you guarantee it to catch fish?
We guarantee it to catch fish, and it's in writing on the back of the package. It says guaranteed to catch fish or your money back. There's no other worm in the world that does that.
Well, you know, of all the years that I worked boat shows all over the United States with Mr. Tom Moore, I only know of one time any individual brought back a Touchdown worm and wanted his money back. And that thing looked like it had been put through a meat grinder. And I told him, I said, now you're going to tell me you did not catch fish on this lure? He said he thought he should caught more. Well, this guy drove probably 60 or 65 miles one way to get, at that time, maybe a 90 or a dollar product. And I thought if he needed the money that bad, I gave him his dollar back. But anything that swims, folks, you can catch on this. Creeks, farm ponds, lakes, reservoirs, any body of water, you throw a Touchdown out there, you're going to catch us some fish. Now, I know that, of course, we lost Tom April the 7th in 2012, and a new company, or new owners now, and they're out of Seymour?
Seymour, Indiana, still made here in the USA. We make everything at the shop. We have snells. The snelled hook is made in Indiana. Everything's made in Indiana. There's nothing that we buy out of state, out of the country.
Everything is in-house, and folks, they've got a tremendous color selection. And I had people ask me, well, what is your favorite color? Well, actually, I've caught fish on every color that Touchdown had. Through the 25, 30-year association that I've been with Touchdown, Tom used to send me something that, well, this is going to be new, try it and see how you like it. And I was always honored to do that. Now, I've got my favorite colors, and one of the times that I remember we was fishing a night tournament on Wawa Sea, I was fishing with Tom Moore. Tom kept falling asleep on me, and I was catching them. I was slow rolling a touchdown worm across the top of the weeds up there, and that's a tremendous good technique. And I was using the June bug color, which everybody knows, and Dave can attest to that I'm a June bug fanatic. I was catching bass about every second or third cast, and Tom told me, he said, I don't have any. He went through his tackle box. Here I am, I was fishing with the owner and the president of the company, and he did not have this particular color. And at the time, you could buy them in Walmarts, and I was kidding him. I told him, I said I'd take him to Walmart and let him buy some touchdowns in the June bug. But it's a phenomenal product, and you want to tell the folks about the video we done?
Well, we did a video in southern Indiana at a private pond, of course, but it was, we had 2 bass boats on there, and Bud was with his grandsons, and we caught just fish after fish after fish. Actually, that day it was 95 degrees.
95 degrees, hardly a breeze going.
Caught a lot of little fish. The big fish weren't biting. I think the biggest we caught was about 4, if I remember right, and we've still caught over 100 fish apiece. It was a big day on there, and 99% of them came on a touchdown worm of the 6-inch original. We did catch a few on a couple other.
I was using black grape and of course the June bug, but.
Well, my favorite color is a root beer. I know everybody's got their own favorite color. I like root beer color, and in clear water, and that water was clear that day. In muddy water, I'll throw a darker color a lot of times. Everybody throws a little bit different. Everybody's got their favorite color.
A lot of it just gets down to confidence. And if you're throwing a lure like me, I love the touchdown. If you looked at my bass boat right now, you would probably see 4 different rods rigged with 4 different colored touchdowns. But I guarantee you, when the fish look up and see a touchdown worm, they're probably saying Bud's back again. So we're going to get ready to take a short break, folks, and we'll be right back after this.
Let us, here at Timeless Emotions Photography, tell your story in a photograph. Don't procrastinate. Book your photo session today before time slips away. Call us at 765-438-6595 or visit our website at timelessemotionsphotography.com. We capture your memories forever.
Kokomo Toys and Collectibles will buy those old toys taking up room in your attic, basement, or garage. Kokomo Toys and Collectibles will give you cash for vintage toys from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, or if you're looking for G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, or Masters of the Universe, Kokomo Toys and Collectibles probably has it, and many others. Open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from noon to 5, Kokomo Toys and Collectibles, just 2 blocks west of 31 at 1244 East Morgan, next to Dollar General, or online at kokomotoys.com.
Solidarity Community Federal Credit Union announces the new IUK Cougar debit card and checking account. The IUK Cougar checking account is available to anyone affiliated with IUK, including students, staff, employees, faculty, and alumni. This new Solidarity account comes with the IUK Cougar mascot on checks, no monthly service fee, no fee IUK Cougar debit card, free online and mobile banking, free identity theft protection, and more. Visit Solidarity Community Federal Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Moore's Home Health and Medical Supply has everything you need to help you live and feel your best.
Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to help answer any questions you may have.
Stop in and see all of our medical supplies, like our respiratory products and oxygen serviced for Convicare.
If you need diabetic, athletic, or walking shoes,
our certified podorthist can help you get the perfect fit.
Visit us online or stop in at Moore's Home Health and Medical Supply,
where you will always receive professional care by caring professionals.
Okay, folks, welcome back. Dave, if you'll kind of show us some of the color selections we've got for the touchdown products.
Well, this is our catalog that we have, it's touchdown catalog, and open to the first page, you'll see all the pre-rigged worms on the first page. We have the 6-inch original. We go to a 6-inch Pro Series. The difference between the two, the 6-inch original has 2 number 4 hooks, 12-inch leader. The 6-inch Pro Series has a 1/0 and a number 2 hook and a 36-inch leader. It's all 15-pound trilene line, so it's not going to break on you. You put a swivel on it and put your weight. I put a weight above it. Some people peg it right at the nose of the worm. There's different ways depending on who you are and what your habit of fishing is. We have a 4-inch beaver tail, a 6-inch lizard tail, and then the colors come in. There's 20 different colors in here, and firetails. There's purple firetail and a black firetail.
There is still June bug in there.
And June bug, that's Bud's favorite color. We don't want to lose that. On the second page, we carry what's called a 10-inch moo mau worm. It has a very active tail, a 9-inch lizard, which has the same, basically same tail as the 10-inch worm. 6-inch curly tail, a 5-inch crawl, which I opened up earlier, a 7-inch ribbon tail. And we do sell grubs. We've got a 3-inch grub listed here that come in these 18 colors. These do not come in firetails. They're just a solid color, but we do have different grubs also. We carry leech, which we talked about earlier. We've got 3 different sizes of leech and then 2 smaller grubs that we carry. This is called a swimmy head, which is a flat jig head. Creates a wobble action in the water, and then it comes with 3 different tails that are included in the package. And then we have what's called our Hop Rocker series, which is more of a bluegill bait. It do catch bass on it early spring also when the fish are really biting slow.
If you folks have got grandkids and you're trying to get them into fishing, you get them some of those little bluegill jig heads, take them to a farm pond. They are going to have a great time.
Probably the best thing about our 6-inch Pro Series, 6-inch original and the Pro Series, I'll open one up here real quick and show you. It does come with a stainless swivel, and then the bait comes wrapped. The one thing about the bait, when you take it out of the package and you take off the leader and unhook it, if you hold it up, you see that it has a natural curl in the tail, and of course that's what gives it its action. And you pull it through and you give it a little jerk. You can slow roll it, you can pull it slowly, however you want to do it. The second thing about it is they all come with a weedless attachment. You stick right onto the hook. I don't know if you can see it because it's so far away, but that creates and makes the bait 100% weedless, and it's molded right into the bait.
Right.
And this happens to be the black with a firetail. We don't have as many firetails as we used to because now with the new Spike It, and I think you covered it on in one of your previous programs, you can make the tail blue, chartreuse, whatever color you want. I keep colors of Spike It in my boat. I dipped the head in chartreuse one time and keep the tail red. So you can customize your bait.
Well, that's the thing about it. He was showing you the catalog. I was going through some of the stuff in my den the other day, and I found, this is a picture of Tom Moore. This is a gentleman that started the Touchdown Company, and this was his son. Tom lived on Lutheran Lake, a beautiful lake. This was back when they was calling them the Tomboy lures, and this was, the price list in here says it was effective January 1st in 1981, so there's a little bit of nostalgia there. And I also found one of the old Touchdown grub worms. Golly, I'd hate to guess how far back this goes, but this was one of the old paddle tail. I showed that to Tom just a few months before he passed away. And also I've got 2 of these in my collection in the den. They're probably only viable to me, but this is one of the TD 624 worms that he was showing you. But on the back, a number of years ago when Tom and I was fishing in a bass tournament, he signed 2 of these, good luck, from Tom Moore. And as I said earlier, Tom is no longer with us. I really miss the old boy. But it's sentimental value to me, and if you're going to buy a Touchdown worm, I guarantee you it will not be this one or the opposite one, because he told me, he said, Bud, you hang on to these. He said, one of these days these are going to be collector's items. But Touchdown has served me well over the years. I do a lot of bass fishing. And when he was showing you and telling you about how he hooks it up, when Tom designed that lure, he made it to be like a miniature Carolina rig. I like to put that sinker right on the nose of that worm, and then I like to skip it. Like when you was a kid, you'd throw a rock, it would just flutter across the water. I like to use that on that worm, and I skip it up under the piers and pontoons into the shade. And I tell you, it's really helped my bank account in a lot of the bass tournaments that I've competed in. But if you've got a kid you're wanting to get started, you get them some of these touchdown worms, they're going to catch fish. If you've got a wife that likes to catch fish or wants to get started, get some touchdown worms. I don't care what color, get an assortment of all of them. The thing about color, I think color is basically designed to catch more fishermen, but you develop a confidence. Like I love the June bug. Some people like the black, but you're not going to catch fish on them if you don't use them. So that's the main thing about it. I've got a lot of confidence in them. I've got stickers all over my trailer, all over my boat. I've got the logos on my jackets, my shirts, caps. And if it works for a dummy like me, people, it's going to help anybody out there. And Dave can attest to it. When we done that show, it was 95 or 96 degrees, hardly a breeze going. It was very uncomfortable. And that would have been a very challenging day, plus we had never been on that body of water. But we gave them a steady diet of touchdown products, and I'm glad that I got a copy of that promo DVD, because I was quite proud of the way everybody fished down there that day. And the grandsons had a blast, and they're wanting to do it again. But Dave, would you give us some contact information, and how do the people obtain these lures now? Because I think you're going to be notified. A
lot of dealers have are on the carry the bait, but you can also get them at sales at touchdown.com. You can get on there and find it, or touchdownlures.com. Everybody's internet savvy anymore. I'm not as much as everybody else, but everybody can get on there. There's a website that carries every bait and every color that we have. Very easy. If you have a question, you can contact the company, and we can answer anything you want.
Contact me. I think I can tell.
Contact Bud. Bud also has a lot of input on it. He has over the years.
Well, I've been extremely honored in the association I've had with these people, and usually, well, Tom would tell me, I want to work 7 shows this year. How many you want? I said, you pick them, we'll go. We're gonna leave for a commercial here, folks. We're going to be back shortly and wrap up the program, and we're going to tell you some more information on touchdowns.
Give us your trade, and we'll give you a deal at the Trade a Little, Save a Lot event. Going on now, only at Kokomo Auto World. It's a world of autos. See the savings on America's best-selling truck and celebrate 36 years of the F-Series. And right now, get $4,500 in cash back. Get the most value for your trade at the Trade a Little, Save a Lot event. At Kokomo Auto World, west of US 31 on South LaFountain, or KokomoAutoWorld.com.
At Indiana University Kokomo, get a world-class IU degree. With the best degree programs, the best campus life, and the best value.
It's a private school feel at a public school cost. And we're starting new traditions. This is IU Kokomo. And this is my campus.
At St. Joseph Hospital, we tell our patients, you matter to me.
Judy Lauterbaugh, nurse and manager of the St. Joseph Day Surgery Department.
Recently, I was notified that St. Joseph Day Surgery had the best patient satisfaction scores in Ascension Health, which is the largest nonprofit health system in the country. Someone asked me how a hospital in Kokomo, Indiana satisfies patients better than larger hospitals in bigger cities. I think it's that we really listen to what each patient says and doesn't say, yet communicates with their body language. Our team is really tuned in to our patients. Surgery is frightening. Our patients know we're committed to them from the first greeting to the last see you soon. At St. Joseph Hospital, when we say, you matter to me, we're really saying that here you'll be cared about as much as you'll be cared for.
To find out more, visit us online at stjoseph.stvincent.org.
Okay, welcome back, folks. I wanted to thank my partner Dave Zarick here for coming in. It was quite a drive today. What, a couple hours or so?
It was a couple hour drive. It was not bad.
But I made the impression on him. I told him I said I would buy lunch today and
He just doesn't know where.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to take you to McDonald's. There's nothing too good for my buddies. But hey, folks, seriously, Touching Down Lures works for me. They can work for anybody. You can talk to basically any kid that I've taken fishing. If there was a magnet lure that I would tell the people, if you put this on, you're going to catch fish, I would put my endorsement on this product. But Dave, I want to thank you once again for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
I'm very honored to be associated with Touching Down Lures, and I hope you guys never get tired of me.
Well, I brought you a little present because I know you like June bugs.
I get a care package.
I always bring you some baits when I see you, so I wanted to make sure you got those.
Okay.
June bug's your favorite color, so.
All right.
I would have brought my favorite color, but you wouldn't like it as much. So.
Oh, I bet I'd throw it. But folks, I want to thank you for joining us. And one thing too, I'm gonna kind of let the air out of the bag. I'm going to be doing a special segment here in the very near future. It's going to be a military appreciation event. I've talked to a serviceman. He's going to be my guest on a future segment. I'm going to take him out in my boat as my guest, and I'm going to thank him for the sacrifices he and other men and women in the military make so we could do what we want. Where I can go fishing, where I can go camping, where I can associate with my friends on the water. And it's just going to be a deal where I'm going to be thanking him and showing my appreciation to him. And I would encourage you, if you see a military individual on the street, pat him on the back, give him a handshake or give him a hug and say thank you. We appreciate your sacrifices. So Dave, once again, thank you so much for coming up, and have a safe trip going home.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate the hospitality you've given, and of course, Touchdown Lures, keep throwing them. They're going to catch fish.
Okay. That's a hard act to follow. Thank you, folks. Remember, take a kid fishing, and God bless you.